Hey, welcome back to the El Yucateco YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare an easy and delicious chili recipe indoors if you have a rainy day like I do today. And we're going to incorporate some outdoor flavor in there too without even having to step 1 foot outside. And it's coming up right now. Once again, welcome back to the channel. As always, we invite you to subscribe to the channel by hitting that button down there. And don't forget to click the bell to get notifications anytime we release new content. As you can see, the channel's really growing and we're working very hard to bring high quality content and delicious recipes to you week after week. Now for today's recipe, we're gonna get started with a very simple and very delicious homemade chili seasoning. So here I have some chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, ground cumin, salt, and some black pepper. Now we just want to whisk this together. And there we have some homemade chili seasoning. Now you might have noticed that I only put chili powder in as a source of kick, but we're going to be adding 2 of our sauces into this recipe a little bit later on in the recipe. We'll be incorporating some of our El Yucateco Red and our El Yucateco Black Label Reserve. So our Black Label Reserve is where we're going to be getting our outdoor flavors. This is going to add a nice char, smoky flavor to our chili. Now as always, I'll have all the details for this recipe down in the description box, so don't forget to click the arrow or show more if you're on your computer, and you'll see all the details for the amounts and the steps to preparing this recipe. So now that our chili seasoning is ready to go, it's time to get over to the stove. So we're starting with some ground beef and some ground Italian sausage. We just want to break this down and get it minced up. So just a few minutes later, we're now ready to add our first dose of our chili seasoning. First, I'm going to drain about half this grease out. Okay, grease is drained, and we're now going to add a couple tablespoons of our chili seasoning, and we'll reserve the rest for later. Now let's get that incorporated. We're going to let that go on medium-low, covered for just a few minutes. A few minutes has gone by. Now we're going to be adding our onions and some bell pepper. Now for chili, I like to make thick, hearty cuts with my onions and my peppers, but you can cut them to your preference, whatever you like. I just want to work this all together, add some more of our chili seasoning, some water, and give everything another good stir. Lid back on for a few minutes. Okay, it's been a few minutes. Our onions are beginning to become translucent. The veggies are beginning to soften, and it is now time to add in our tomatoes. This is a mixture of crushed and diced tomato. And we're gonna add some kidney beans to this. Now I'm fully aware that not everybody puts kidney beans in their chili, so if you don't like those, certainly don't add them. Time to add some more chili seasoning. 1 ounce of El Yucateco Red. And 1 ounce of El Yucateco Black Label Reserve. And now we'll get that mixed together. This is gonna be a hearty chili. As I stirred that in, I could definitely get that smokiness from that El Yucateco Black Reserve. Now we're just gonna let this simmer for a couple hours on low. We'll add the remainder of our ingredients, and then it'll be time to serve this up. A couple hours has gone by, this has simmered, everything is nice and tender, and it's time for the last phase for this recipe. We are going to add the remainder of our chili seasoning, and I like to chop up a couple of corn tortillas and add those in at the end as a thickening agent. This is also going to provide some awesome flavor. Now we'll get that all worked in. Once again, we'll cover this and allow it to simmer for about another half hour, 45 minutes, then it'll be time to serve up. Okay, another 30 minutes has gone by and this is ready to serve. This smells so incredible. I get that smokiness from the Black Label Reserve, and the corn tortilla addition, little trick of mine, really does help to thicken up the chili. So I can really smell those smoky flavors coming through from the El Yucateco Black Reserve. We're gonna have boosted flavor and the perfect amount of kick from these sauces in this chili. Now I am hungry and I have waited long enough. This recipe is about 2 to 3 hours. Of course you can simmer it longer if you want, but it's a nice, basic, simple chili recipe, 2 to 3 hours. I'm ready to give it a try. This is some hearty chili. Cheers, everybody. That is an excellent recipe. This is one you've definitely got to try at home. We got the outdoor flavors without going outside, and it is extremely well balanced. So that's it for today. Take care. Till next time, I'll see you on the next video.